Hello and welcome to Justice Interrupted. This is season 1, episode 5, titled See Something, Say Something, but unless you're me. Why would an entire police department turn away from a real life investigation? Something they are trained, sworn, and equipped to do. And instead, they create their own outcome that does not reflect the facts. Why? Hello, I am Dornette Mullings, founder of Justice Interrupted and the twin sister of Calvin Berry. You have heard the saying, if you see something, say something. It is meant to empower people, to protect lives, and to prevent harm. But when I saw something and I said something, the Port St. Lucie Police Department did not listen. Instead, they turned their focus on me. Why? From the very beginning, the story of Calvin's disappearance never made any sense. And it's not just to me, to everyone who have heard this story. It makes no sense, except to the Port St. Lucie Police Department. Calvin was reported missing by members of his own household. But their timeline did not add up. The inconsistencies were glaring. Everybody saw it. And here's the truth, as I see it. From the moment this case began, it did not look like an investigation. It looked like a containment plan by the Port St. Lucie Police Department. Instead of following the evidence, it felt as though the outcome was already decided. They had already decided the outcome. Their focus was not on finding the truth. It was on managing the narrative, shaping the story, and making sure questions were never answered. Why would an entire police department turn away from a real life investigation? What's in it for them? They are trained, sworn, and equipped to do their job. But instead, they create their own outcome. An outcome that does not reflect the facts. Instead of investigating the numerous suspicious activities, Port St. Lucie Police Department targeted me. Why? I am Calvin's twin, his sister, the one raising the alarm. Yet, the lead detective did not seek truth. She accused me falsely. She dismissed and insulted me and my family members who dared to ask her the hard questions that she was not going to answer because she had her own outcome already. And when I filed an internal affairs complaint about her conduct, nothing changed. Nothing. In fact, a supervising officer brushed off my concerns and even gave legal advice to someone whom I believe should have been under scrutiny, but they suggested to sue me for speaking out. Yes, seriously. I remember another commander told me very early on that the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, FDLE, was investigating this case. This was before the second investigation even began. Before the suggestion of legal action against me. That statement about FDLE's involvement was not true. It was a lie. Numerous, many lies by the Port St. Lucie Police Department. The Port St. Lucie Police Department owned falsehoods. There was no active state involvement in this investigation. No state-level investigation at all. It was meant to give me the impression that action was being taken when they know it was not. They were doing nothing. But those lies came to light, along with several other lies by the Port St. Lucie Police Department. All will and are coming to light and will all come to light. They were and will be exposed. While I was pleading to them for answers, Port St. Lucie Police Department was closing doors and protecting their own. And then there was the blocked phone call, a call that came in on Calvin's phone after he was already reported missing. While officers were already inside the home, several Port St. Lucie Police Department officers were there, about 3 or 4 officers, actively searching for Calvin. Someone in the house answered the call. It was from a blocked number, private number, but the call was answered. That call, during a critical time of a missing person, was never disclosed. It came in on his phone and he's missing, and that call was never reported, never explained. It was concealed. Why? That was not a mistake. That was a concealment. And to this day, no one at Port St. Lucie Police Department has meaningfully investigated it. No one. Why? I never set out to be an investigator. Well, as a child, I enjoyed reading Nancy Drew, but I never wanted to become her. I don't want to be an investigator or do this job. But I had no choice. Because the people responsible for seeking truth turned a blind eye. They did not. They did nothing. The same department that ignored my concerns stood by while lies upon lies upon lies were being spread, attacking me and my extended family members, all in an attempt to discredit those asking the right questions because their story did not and does not add up. The dots are not connecting. This is not about vengeance. It's about truth and a man's life. Calvin Berry was a dedicated public servant. He worked 2 jobs. To support who? Calvin brought people together. He deserved protection. He deserved answers. And yes, he deserved justice. And I will not stop until he gets it. Nobody's going to shut me up. It doesn't matter what you do. You will never shut me up. I will continue to speak truth. Stay with me, because Justice Interrupted will never stop fighting for truth. Until next time, see something, say something, and never stop saying his name. Calvin Berry. Loud and clear. Calvin Berry. This is Justice Interrupted. See you next time.